Hello everybody, other than YouTube Land, Noodle here, and today we're back with another monthly announcement. It is November, yay! I'm looking forward to doing this one because we got a lot of things to cover. Basically last month, during October, I had this huge playlist that I wanted to play. Had a ton of games in it, and unfortunately, work started getting in the way, and it started really screwing me up. It really messed up my schedule a lot, and I wasn't able to do a lot of the recordings that I really wanted to do, so I kind of had to narrow it down to things that I really wanted to focus on versus, you know, all the stuff on my laundry list. So I'm sorry about this. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching one of my announcement videos, just know I like to go over things that we did last month, things that you can look forward to in the coming month, and then of course any kind of channel updates, announcements, and then we kind of go over the channel health in general. So to get things started, last month we went ahead and did our monthly announcement, and we also put out day 5, I believe, of the Sims 3 Hunger Games Misfit Inc. Challenge Season 2. Unfortunately, because of my work schedule, the Sims 3 has kept getting pushed back, but fret not, everybody, for just in time for Fallout 4 to go ahead and come out. We are going to go ahead and wrap up and finish the announcements, and then I'll go ahead and throw out the pre-prizes a few days before Fallout 4 actually becomes available to play. So there's that. Congratulations for everybody who's going to win, and of course, as you know, it is not only the person who will win in the competition, but there is also going to be a random drawing for people who were not selected to have their characters in The Sims 3. Now, don't go back and try to add characters' names in because they are time date stamped, so it's a little too late for that. But I am going to go back to those people who originally put in names, and then we're going to go ahead and draw a random name, and then whoever winner is obviously going to go ahead and get Fallout 4. So congratulations to all of you. Hold on to your butts. All the announcements and stuff will be made post-haste next week when all this stuff gets put out. Let's see what we did. We went ahead and we finished up Outlast last month, and that was great. It was a wonderful playthrough. I'm so glad that I finally got a chance to play it. It was, I mean, it's over like a year or 2 years old already, but it's still really well done. So good. Once we finished up Outlast, we went ahead and started playing Layers of Fear. If you guys haven't seen Layers of Fear, so, I got a 3-part series on it. I don't know if it's in its own playlist or not. I could look it up, but I'm really lazy. Basically, it's a walking simulator where you play a guy who has gone insane, and he's an artist. And it's very cool because the environments completely change around him all the time. And I don't know, I just thought it was kind of creepy and very atmospheric, and it had told a really good story, if not very convoluted. Unfortunately, it's not considered a full playthrough because I didn't actually finish the game. Through no fault of my own, the game is not finished. I haven't heard any kind of announcement or anything from the studio saying that they're going to release anything anytime soon, but of course, if and when they do release that, I will be finishing up the Layers of Fear playthrough. We also went ahead and tackled another game that I really liked personally. It was an indie development game called Stairs. Stairs, you played an investigative journalist who was on the case of 2 kidnappers and a kidnapped victim, and it leads him through this really winding, convoluted story about what happened in possessions and ghosts and all this other kinds of crazy shit. It was spooky, it was scary, and it legitimately scared the fuck out of me at some points. So I thought it was really, really, really well done. Kudos for who developed Stairs. Great job on that game all around. It was a blast to play. So if you haven't checked out Stairs, I really suggest you do. I believe it's only 3 parts. So be sure to go check that out. You can go to my channel and of course go in the search bar and just look up Stairs, and then it'll pop up. We also went ahead and tackled Outlast Whistleblower, which is the DLC for Outlast. Now, that's probably considered one of the best DLCs that I've ever played because it not only added to the story, but you never really replayed the same areas besides just kind of a wink, like, look, you were here before, you remember? And you're like, oh yeah, and you just kind of blow through the area. It's basically its own standalone game. I believe that it's 4 parts, so it's about half the length of the original game, which is phenomenal. They added all new characters, and then you get a run-in with 1 or 2 of the other characters, especially Mr. Walker, that asshole. So if you guys haven't checked out Outlast Whistleblower, I really suggest you do. I think it's great. I got really annoyed in the beginning because of the chase sequences. I mean, it was literally chase sequence after chase sequence after chase sequence, but then the story started panning out, and it got really good. Then we went ahead and released Sims 3 Day 6, and just last week, or just this week actually, we went ahead and released Sims 3 Day 7 as well. Day 7 is actually the the semifinals, I guess, and then the next episode, which is going to be day 8, that's actually going to be the finals itself, and then that's where a winner is going to be announced. So you guys can look forward to that. That should be coming up next Monday or Tuesday, so be sure to look out for that. And of course, there's also going to be the announcements of who went. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get it out Sunday, so that way you guys can watch it over the weekend. Everybody can get a chance to watch it. You're not having to try to figure out when you're going to squeeze in the time between homework and finals and whatnot. So yeah, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Hopefully, like I said, it'll be up Sunday. There's not going to be any kind of voting requirement because it is the finals. There's only 2 people. They are both going to be fed, so you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, good luck to all of you. All right, we also went ahead, Queen Kato and then Cornelius really highly recommended that I played Spooky's House of Jump Scares, and so I did, and I did it with face cam. Yay! Spooky's House of Jump Scares was great. We went ahead and did a full playthrough of that one, from room 1 to 1000. It was wonderful. It was great. If you've never seen Spooky's House of Jump Scares, crawl out from under the rock and check it out. It is a walking simulator where you go from room to room to room in a creepy haunted house. Things get more and more demented as you go along, and of course there's always really spooky stumps and ice creams that try to scare you as well. We also went ahead and started playing a game called Sylvia. Now Sylvia is a very slow-paced game, unfortunately. I kind of wish it would be a little bit more faster paced, but it's not. And we actually have just recently concluded that. I think I only needed, at the time of this recording, 1 more posting of it, so it should be done by now. Sylvia, you play a girl who is an expert in EVP, that's electronic voice phenomena, and she walks around with a microphone and she records ghost voices, and then you have to put them in like this tape player and play them forwards and backwards and fast forward and slow downs to try to decipher all the messages. It was a really good game. I really liked it. The ending was a bit convoluted, but of course I have all that to say at the end of the game. So if you guys haven't watched it, I suggest you do. I think it's really great. Just be really warned, it is a very slow game, and there are some parts in the middle of my recordings where I really didn't say anything at all because there was nothing to say. And there's lots of edits to keep it going. I mean, I think it's like 8 episodes long, 8 episodes, each episode's about an hour, so you're looking at about 4 hours of gameplay, but in reality, there were some parts where I was walking around for like 2 or 3 hours just looking for shit, so I obviously had to cut all that out. We also, last month, I've actually started live streaming on Monday, so I think that's going to be a pretty common occurrence now. I think Monday, starting about 8 p.m. Central Time, that's my time, we're going to go ahead and start live streaming. It's going to be for about 2 hours, so if you guys can come in and hang out for a little bit, even just to say hi, and then, you know, poke your head in to see what's going on, take off again, that's fine. But we are going to go ahead and start doing live streaming on Mondays on a regular now. Normally what happens on Mondays is that me and some of the Misfits get together and we play Dungeons and Dragons. If you guys like Dungeons and Dragons, by all means stop on in. We are more than welcome to take requests for missions and stuff like that, or if you guys have ideas, we love idea swapping. It's all well and good. Especially after the session, I think if these run more than 2 hours, it'll be us talking with you guys, and you guys can ask us questions. I've been DMing since, I was in high school, so you're looking at probably like 10, 15, 20 years of fucking DMing. Probably not 20 years, that's a bit much, but probably about 10 to 15 years I've been DMing. Jeffafa, or Alexander, if you can remember him from my last channel, he plays with us as well. He's been DMing for about just as long. And then Danny is a long-time player and stuff like that. So if you have any questions or anything like that, we can be more than happy to answer all of your questions. If you game and you're running out of ideas, by all means tap into us, email us. That'll be great. But you guys can look forward to that. If we're not doing Dungeons and Dragons on Monday, then what we're going to be doing is something else. Like, for instance, this past Monday, we were going to go ahead and do it, but not enough people showed up to play D&D, so me and Danny ended up live streaming some Dungeon Defenders. We did about 2 hours of that. Hardly anybody showed up, but of course it was really impromptu. So yeah, about that. So if you guys want to, just come on down Monday, and then you can go ahead and check us out. I think what I'm going to end up doing is actually streaming it from the Misfit Inc. channel, and not so much my own channel. Now, you guys might be sitting there going, but Noodle, I don't want to subscribe to the other channel, or Noodle, you never updated, so I never look over there. I know, I'm sorry. But what we're going to end up doing is, and this is kind of an update, I have a Facebook. We'll get more into that later, but of course, if you like the Facebook page, you're going to get announcements on there. I also have a Twitter, if you didn't know that as well. So we're going to go ahead, and I usually blast out, hey, we're going to be starting the podcast at this time or in about an hour, come join us, check us out. And then when it gets closer more to showtime, I'll throw out a link. So then you just click on the link and it'll automatically open you up to YouTube gaming as well. So there's that. If you're one of my very faithful mobile watchers, like I'm normally a mobile watcher as well, sometimes the links don't take you directly to the Facebook or to the YouTube gaming, especially if you haven't downloaded the app yet. It is a bit clunky, I understand. But what you can do is just go ahead and subscribe, and then when it pops up, I'm going to say, hey, catch the live stream D&D Misfit Inc. channel link. And so that way, even if you can't click the link, you can go to the Misfit Inc. channel, and then it should be playing on the YouTube gaming. All right. What else did we do? Just recently, this last week, I went ahead and live streamed for an hour. Very impromptu. I'm talking like really impromptu. I don't think I only had like one person show up the entire time. And I went ahead and just kind of did a mansion remodel for The Sims 3. I was remodeling it so I can record day 7 for the semifinals. And so it was going to take a lot of work, so I went ahead and threw it up there. If anybody was interested to see how I remodel things, by all means, you guys can check that out. And then I believe that's it. By the time this comes out, I should have already released the first, if not the second, of Papo and Yo, or Papo y Yo. I believe that is a Brazilian game. You play a young boy who gets teleported into a mystical world where he can manipulate objects and nothing is quite what it seems. It's a really fun game. It's not horror at all. It's very lighthearted, very cool. Some of you out there actually show your children my videos, which I don't know how wise that is. I cuss a lot, but if you guys don't mind, I don't mind. But this one is really lighthearted, and it is a really cool game. It only runs like 3 or 4 episodes, so be sure to check that out. Also, upcoming next month, and I've already recorded it, and that is The Park. Now, The Park is a really awesome game. It is a standalone of the game Secret World. It's an MMO. Secret World just recently released a new, I guess, expansion or a new area for people to play around in called The Park. This game, The Park, however, is a standalone experience, and it runs about $12 or $13. The game itself goes for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. You might be thinking, damn, $13 for 2 hours? That seems ridiculous. Yes, true, but by buying the game and playing it, you also have the ability to get things that you can put into the MMO, like downloadable costumes and necklaces and shit, I think. So, I mean, it is like buying an expansion for Secret World. If you guys have never played Secret World, it's a free-to-play MMO. It's actually really well done. I played Secret World for a long time, but like most MMOs, I'm running around by myself, and it tends to get boring, and I can't really progress very well by myself, so I end up dropping it. But it is a really cool game. I do suggest that if you guys like MMOs and you're a little tired of the whole fantasy aspect, you want to get more into modern. This is like very much modern with guns and samurai swords and stuff like that. It's actually really cool. All right. But yeah, we went ahead and played The Park. It is a very creepy walkthrough. It's about a woman who loses her child in an amusement park, and she is trying to find him. And the amusement park is very Silent Hill-y. It's very cool. Also, what I'm going to actually start recording immediately after I get done recording this one is Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. Now, I'm a huge sucker for H.P. Lovecraft and Call of Cthulhu, anything H.P. Lovecraft oriented. Darksmith, Innsmouth, the fucking... Oh my god, it's so many references out there that, it makes me smile like a little fucking schoolgirl every time they reference any of the old gods. This was actually considered one of the best Call of Cthulhu games, and in fact one of the best H.P. Lovecraft games ever created. It's a little bit older game, but it's something I really wanted to play. And once again, I had actually scheduled this for October, ended up running out of time. Never got a chance to record it. So now I'm going to do it now, because fuck it, we're doing it live. I'm not going to wait another year to fucking play this game. So you're going to be able to see The Park and Call of Cthulhu coming out next month. What's also on the lineup is Blues and Bullets. Blues and Bullets is a black and white noir style detective story. I love noir style stories. I think they're so cool. So we're going to go ahead and start getting into that. It has come with high recommendations. In fact, Mr. Craven played it, couldn't stop talking about it for a while, and I really did not watch any of his videos just so that way I can experience Blues and Bullets for myself. Unfortunately, from what I understand, it's an episodic game, and they haven't really came out with any other episodes yet, so who knows if they are ever going to come out with more episodes. Hopefully they do, and you guys can look forward to that. And what I'm also thinking about tackling as well, and we should have time for this one unless everything starts going crazy, is the Book of Unwritten Tales, the Critter Chronicles, which is like 1.5. It's not quite Book of Unwritten Tales 2. I did play the Book of Unwritten Tales on my old channel, and in fact I'm going to start importing them into the new channel. So if all of a sudden you guys start seeing a bunch of shit, like 20 fucking videos getting uploaded in a day, that's what it is the Book of Unwritten Tales. When I played it on my old channel, it got really good ratings. A lot of people really liked it. They liked the lighthearted story, the funness of it. And Critter Chronicles promises to do the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and start getting into that. So that way, very soon, hopefully within the next year or so, I can go ahead and play Book of Unwritten Tales 2. And then we'll just slide right into that storyline. If we have time, I really want to play Dead Space. I know Baby Girl played Dead Space, and of course she never went back to her channel. She ran away from it, just scared out of her mind. I want to go ahead and start playing Dead Space and Dead Space 2, and then try to coerce somebody to play Dead Space 3 with me. We'll see how well that works out. But I did want to go ahead and play Dead Space. Now, that is something that I'm not going to be able to monetize. I'm not going to be able to make any kind of monies off of. So we'll see how that goes. Oh well. And then if there's any more time beyond that, I would really like to play a story about my uncle. A story about my uncle is a story about a guy who his uncle is a scientist or something, goes missing, and so he goes on this grandiose tale to try to find his uncle. But we'll see how it plays out. But definitely what's going to be coming out is The Park, Call of Cthulhu, and Blues and Bullets. Anything beyond that, it's all speculation at this point. Also, have no fear, the last Sims 3 is going to come out well before the release date for Fallout 4. So if you guys are waiting on winners or announcements for that, you will receive your copies before the big launch day. Unless, of course, you don't contact me for whatever reason. At that point, it's on you, man. Alright. So I guess that does it for what we did last month and what is going to be coming up for this month. Let's go ahead and talk about what's new for the channel. Well, the first thing that's absolutely new for the channel is the fact that last month, during the announcement video, I was talking about maybe trying to set up a Facebook page, and I've actually already done it. So, yay. The Facebook page, you can go ahead and look it up. It is facebook.com/theZombieNoodle2. Not just the Zombie Noodle, it's Zombie Noodle 2, like the number 2. Go ahead and go over there. You can go ahead and like it. That would be great. You guys can go get all my little announcements. Now, it's not just announcements for what's coming out for the channel. In fact, I don't really tend to post anything up there because it doesn't automatically post. Like, it's something I'd have to actually go in. So probably when new seasons or new playthroughs come out, like when the first, video comes out, I'll go ahead and post it on there. But for the most part, what I found that I'm doing with the Facebook page is mostly putting out announcements, my thoughts and whatnot. But I'm also announcing the live streams, and I'm sharing like stories and things or news articles about video games that you guys can go ahead and check out. And I find that I have a lot of time on my hands, so during my periods of relaxation, I watch a lot of Netflix, lots of movies, shitty movies, good movies, TV shows and whatnot. And I have found that I'm using that Facebook page as an outlet to do movie reviews. So if you guys are curious about any kind of movies, like for example, I did a movie review on The Human Centipede 3. I did one for Apartment 143 Emergo, and I did another one for the TV show iZombie that is released for Netflix. Now all these shows, you can go ahead and catch them on Netflix. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, you guys can go ahead and comment on your own, like, hey, yeah, man, I thought it was really good, or man, that fucking episode was sick, blah 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 blah. Yeah, just go to the page, you can check it out, all that out there. And of course, if you want to get into a meme war with me, you're going to lose, because I love meme wars. Also, don't forget I got a Twitter. You guys go ahead and check that out. Like I was talking before, I do put out the announcements there, so you guys can go ahead and check out the live stream announcements there. I don't really do too much with my Twitter though, so that's a warning. I'm also going to go ahead and put the link to the Facebook page down below, but also it's going to start being at the end screen of my videos, where I normally have like the Patreon, the Twitter, like links and stuff like that. I'm also going to go ahead and put a Facebook on there. Now you can't click them, but it will go ahead and tell you what it is. So you guys can like pause the video, write it in your browser. You're good to go. Let's see what happened. I actually gained subscribers, I think. I'm at 243 right now. And I'm gaining, I don't know, it slowed down quite a bit. I was gaining like almost one every other day, but now it looks like I'm gaining about 2 or 3 a week. Any growth is good growth, so yay, fantastic. We did lose a few subscribers, however, if they didn't want to hang out, then they don't have to hang out. I'm not forcing them at all, and they can get the shit and get the fuck out of my channel. It's fine. For those of you who are new and this is your first time listening to my announcements, you might not realize this, but I don't actually do this YouTube channel to get famous or to make a ton of money. I mean, the money is nice, but it doesn't actually pay for anything because I haven't cashed out in it in months. I mostly do this because it's a hobby and I enjoy making videos. I enjoy doing things like this for you guys. I do it for me mostly, and if you guys enjoy it, then hey, that's even better. What else is there? Yeah, our subscribers went up. Comments, I believe, have gone up actually since the last video. A lot of people actually start commenting on my videos, which is great. I enjoy reading them, even if they're from the same people over and over and over again. I do read them all, even if I don't reply to them all, although I'm trying to make an effort to actually reply to them. Also, if you guys want to send me messages, you most certainly can. Rebecca Jackson found out the easy way that if you want to be a weirdo stalker, you can go ahead and message me. I'm just kidding. She claims she's not a weirdo stalker, and I believe her. For now. I'm looking out my window. But yeah, if you ever want to reach me, you can message me on YouTube by all means, or you can send me an email through the email link that's at the end of all my videos. I will be more than happy to get back to you. If you want to do some sort of co-op with me, I'm super down for that, but just remember I kind of have a weird schedule, and if you're down for it still, come up with a plan, man. Like, I've had a few people that are like, I want to do co-op, and I'm like, cool, let's plan something. They're like, okay, and then they like drop off the face of the earth and like expect me to do all the work, and it's like, come on, man, it's supposed to be co-op. Like, I don't mind recording it and putting it up, you know, or, you know, sharing the video footage so that way you can put it on your channel, but you know, I'm not going to sit here and pick the game we're going to play and then pick the time we're going to do it and then try to coordinate schedules for it. Like, that's not going to happen. So yeah, so I guess that's it. So thanks everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for joining me. Hope you guys enjoy this next month's worth of videos. I know I will. I've already enjoyed the park quite a bit, so yeah, be sure to check that out, and tip your waitresses, and share the YouTube page with everybody that you know, your mom, your cousin, the weird cat lady that's down the street. I'm sure she'll enjoy my videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.